Alright, welcome guys to the first Math E-League competition on Knowledge Hook versus, or consisting of Chaminade, Joan of Arc, and Neil McNeil. We're just waiting on one last student to join and we will get this show on the road. Just some rules. It's a 10 question multiple choice quiz, you can call it. And the time limit is 3 minutes per question. Students will have 3 minutes per question. They are awarded 1,000 points for a correct answer and bonus points for speed. So speed is a thing. You need to make sure you get it right first. And if you can get it right in less time, you will get bonus points. I'm just going to give the last student some time to join and we'll get the show on the road. Okay, the topic for this competition is going to be linear systems. Linear systems are lines that are intersecting. The purpose is to find the point of intersection, also known as the solution. And we also are going to dabble in some analytic geometry. So it's chapter 1 and 2 for all these 3 classes. And just so you know how the top 10 competitors were chosen, each class hosted their own Knowledge Hook test, and the top 10 were chosen to compete in the school-wide competition. Still being voluntary, so a few kids in the top 10 decided to drop out, which meant 11 and 12 jump in, and so forth. And this is the one of 3 competitions that we were having this year. One will be on linear systems, the second one will be on quadratics, and the third one will be on trigonometry. Obviously, the 2 and 3 will be in January. Okay, there's no rush here, so we're just going to ensure everyone can participate before we get this started. Get it right the first time. Again, it's 3 minutes per question, 10 multiple choice questions, which means it will last at most 31 minutes, given an average of 10 seconds per transition. I hope you guys are watching this on your phone, in classes, wherever you are. Hit up a like. Let's get these numbers up. Hopefully Knowledge Hook is watching. We're using you every day. Okay, and the last student to join, so we are starting. Let me just inform my team. And we are ready to go. Okay, we'll start with the first question. And here we go. So this is question 1 of 10. Good luck. I'll even read it out for you guys in case there's some difficulty seeing. We're looking for the solution to this linear system. There's equations of 2 lines written in different forms. We are looking for the point of intersection, also known as the solution. The strategy to be used is substitution. And substitution is the skill to find this solution. One of many. Okay, we got half locked in. And we have about a minute left for this question. Got 24 to 30 locked in. Just a reminder on how the points are accumulated. It is at 1,000 points for a correct answer, and you can get, I believe, up to 100 points extra on speed. So if you were a bot, you could probably get 1,100 per question on this quiz. Okay, time is winding down. Substitution could be a lengthy process depending on the strategy taken. Could also be extremely short depending on the strategy taken. The beauty of math. Okay, and we're about to end this question in 5 seconds. Time is almost up. And done. 25 students got the correct answer. That is fantastic. A few people forgot the negative on the 5. No problem. Let's see the leaderboard. Leaderboard after 1. We got Joan of Arc in the top 2 positions. Chaminade at the 3 spot. Neil at the 4 spot. Chaminade's got some work to do if they want to catch up to Joan of Arc and Neil. Big time. Alright, let's take it to question 2. Again, another linear system question, solving by elimination. So the strategy is elimination. Okay, they are still looking for that same point of intersection. The equations of these lines are given in different formats, but they are still lines. 12 to 30 locked in. I got 2/3 of the students already responded. I would say that the fastest time for this would be a little longer than the previous question. Okay, and just so you know how students are probably doing this at home right now, they're probably in front of their computers or their phone or whatever device they have with a calculator, pen and pencil, or pencil and paper, and working away. We've given strategies how to do it visually, but you want to be safe. Pencil and paper. Almost there, 27 out of 30 locked in. We have less than 1 minute to go for this question. Hopefully they can throw in an answer and it'll end it early. And I know my Griffin's got my back on this one. I expect to see some changes in that leaderboard. Two remaining, 10 seconds left. And we are done. 28 out of 30 answered correctly. That is a fantastic number. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. After 2 questions, Joan of Arc hold the top 2 spots. Chaminade got 3, 4, and 5. Neil's got to strap up, do a little better. But things can change. We've seen these leaderboards change drastically throughout a competition. Trust me. Remember, all these kids got every question right so far. They all have over 2,000 XP. Just a matter of speed now. Here's the next question. Okay, so here they're doing the same thing, solving for that point of intersection, but graphically. This is where you can really get your speed up. You have to take advantage here to get those bonus points. Not many questions where you can take advantage. This is definitely one of them. Okay, as you can tell, we already have 18 out of 30 locked in. The competitors know to use your speed here. $24 to $30, good job. Remember, the point of intersection is also the solution to the linear system. Remember that. Two left, one left. We got about 2 minutes to go, but I thought, oh, we're done. 30 to 30, all answered correctly. This is going to be a matter of speed for sure, clearly. Let's take a look at the leaderboards after 3. Chaminade takes the lead. Chaminade 4 is in first. Joan of Arc 1, then Chaminade 7. Remember, these are all the rankings of the school, so Chaminade 4 basically came 4th in my tryout. Okay, where's Chaminade 1 and 2? There's 2. That's a good leaderboard after 3. Good job. Next question. Word problem. Word problems take a little more time usually. Got to create equations and then solve. You got to come up with the lines before you can find out where they intersect. Or if it's asking where they intersect, could ask anything. And this question is about 2 cell phone plans, very common question. Very relatable to life. Rogers versus Bell. We got 18 out of 30 locked in with 1 whole minute to go. Sorry, 2 minutes to go. Definitely expected this one to take the longest, so take your time. 5 left. 5 students, not minutes. Okay, we got a minute and a half left. Four students left. This is where the guesses start getting thrown. Are we going to guess, or are we going to stick to the process and slow and steady win the race? What strategy do these 3, now 2, students have? Should always be slow and steady until near the end, where you can make a better decision on risk tolerance. 30 to 30, done. 20 to 30, get the answer correct. Very impressive for a word question. No pictures, no equations. I dig it. All right, leaderboard. Oh, top 4 Chaminade. They're coming clutch. Told you guys from the beginning. And we got Neil in 5th and Joan of Arc in 6th. I'm not sure where my Chaminade 1, 2, and 3 are. That's going to be problems if they don't fix up. But good job, Griffins. Next question, question 5 out of 10. Okay, now we're transitioning into analytic geometry. Trying to find the other midpoint of a line segment that has a midpoint 0,4 and 1 endpoint at 6, -3. You got a line telling you the midpoint, telling you the endpoint. What's that other endpoint? All right, we got 6 out of 30 locked in. Again, there's some quick strategies to solve for this. You can do it using algebra on a piece of paper. Usually takes long, but some guys make fewer mistakes doing it that way. (19 to 30) locked in. Okay, this question is very common across all curriculum in grade 10. By the way, I probably should have said that at the beginning. This is for grade 10 academic math. It's grade 10. An easy question of this would just be find the midpoint, which is generally as easy as it gets. We're not here for easy. We're here for fun. All right, 3 left. Got about a minute and a half left. I imagine they will finish before that time limit, and we'll get this show on the road. Looks like it's going to finish earlier than expected, which is generally a good thing. One student remains, trying to ensure he gets that 1000 XP. I also believe if you get it wrong, you might not get 0 XP. I think you get 500, so it's not completely detrimental to get a question wrong. Okay, and all 30 have answered. Okay, 21 out of 30 got it correct. Very good. You can see how the answers here are pretty confusing. You get one negative wrong and you're thrown off track. And leaderboard after 5, we got Chaminade in the top 2 spots and Neil McNeil climbing up at the 3rd spot, and then we have another 2 Chaminade students followed by another Neil. Where's Joan of Arc gone? Oh, down to 10 and 11. It's okay, Joan, strap up. Slow and steady win the race. Things change. Next question, 3-minute time limit. Here we go. Okay, I would read this question, but I don't want to give any hints to the competitors. They need to read it and decipher what they need to do to answer this question correctly. Some more analytic geometry for you guys. Just some background info. All 3 of these classes have completed chapter 1 and 2 and have been tested on it, so this is kind of like test review. You know how you always think after the test that you know the stuff, or that you should have known the stuff? So everyone's kind of primed and all the rust is out. We're well-oiled machines. That's why everyone's, or most, are getting it correct. These are the cream of the crop. And while we wait for these guys to figure this one out, it might take the full 3 minutes. The next few competitions in January, the 2nd and 3rd competition, will be recasted. So new students, if you came in 12th in the tryout, you will have a chance at coming top 10 for the next competition. So it's not going to be the same students repeating. Same with Chaminade 1 versus Chaminade 4. You can switch spots. Everything will be redrafted in January. And I know my students make a big deal of even the Chaminade 1 versus the Chaminade 2. Makes a big difference. All right, we got 16 out of 30 locked in. We got a minute and 10 left on the clock. I hope all my guys are done, because I showed you that lightning way how to find the thing you gotta find in this question. All right, 30 seconds left, 21 out of 30 locked in. A lot of potential tricky answers here. Big literacy component in this question. Got to read that question over and over again. And when you think you've read it and you understand it, that's when you read it one last time. Three left. We got about 5 seconds. This is when you throw those guesses out there. And time. 15 out of 30. Half got it correct. Good job. This is possibly one of the most difficult because it has that literacy component, which generally we got some top math students who can struggle with the literacy component. All right, let's see the leaderboards. Chaminade 7, 4, and 10, and 9. What? This is amazing. Neil 5 is in 5th spot. Makes sense. Neil McNeil 1's creeping up. Chaminade 5's after that. And Joan is still at that 10. Let's go, Joan. Pick it up. It's not over till it's over. If you have experience with Knowledge Hook game shows, then you know that it ain't over until it's over. You know. All right. We've got a question on circles. Nicole Fastel's answers are flying in. We've got the circle centered at 0, 0, so this is as easy as it gets with circles. So people are trying to take advantage of that. Answer it quickly, get those bonus points right here. I imagine we had some calculators in hand, quick math and answer. All right, we got 19 out of 30 locked in. Let's see if Joan and Neil can catch up to Chaminade holding those top 4 spots. I've coached enough basketball games to know that even in the 4th, if you're up, doesn't mean much. You need to keep grinding till the end. 22 out of 30. We got 1 minute and 45 left on the clock. Keep it going. Ensure those 1,000 points, 1,000 XP. You don't want to lose that 500. Okay, and remember, even finishing at a decent place will help your team. We will take an average of the 10 competitors and figure out the score using averages. So just because you're not coming first, you got to look for your school. You got to make sure you answer it correctly and get as many points as possible for your team. 2 left. We got 1 minute to go. I'm going to say that those come in under 10 seconds. Similar question, believe it or not, concept to the previous question, and they're all in 30 out of 30. We got 21 with the correct answer, and let's see the leaderboard after 7. We got Chaminade 7, 4, 10, 9 in the top 4 spots. Neil again in 5th, and then Chaminade followed by Neil, Chaminade, and Joan is dropping. Come on, Joan, pick it up. Next question. Timer starting. All right, we've got more analytic geometry here. Looking for the equation of the right bisector of a line segment. I know my class is very fond about right bisectors. We went ham with them yesterday. Kind of scarred them. They were a little sad today because we were doing circumcenter. Okay, but this is the easy version of right bisector, the chapter 2 version, not chapter 3. Yeah, I bet you that those fractions and those answers are going to slow some competitors down. A few ways of doing this. Again, you can do it algebraically, but when you have a line in front of you on a graph, you need to take advantage of that visual analysis. We save that algebra stuff for when we have to use it. Alright, got 14 out of 30 locked in with 1 minute and 45 left on the clock. This is question 8 out of 10. So there's 2 more questions after this. Plenty of room for some guys and girls to slip up and move in the leaderboard. Again, it's not coming top 3, it's not coming top 4. It is maximizing your position for your school and acquiring the most points. Okay, we're at 18 out of 30, locked in. Right bisector. The definition is in the word. And as you can imagine, the next 2 questions will probably also be based on analytic geometry. First 5 are on chapter 1, second 5 are on chapter 2. Nice even spread. And again, the competition that is scheduled for January will be entirely on quadratics, and then the last one will be on trigonometry. We will first learn it, cry, get tested, cry, and then compete. The tears kind of mimic your muscles tearing from when you lift weights, and then you become stronger. 29 out of 30, we got 15 seconds left on the clock. There it is, done. 14 out of 30 got it correct. Looks like some didn't flip that slope. Okay, the quick way to do this would be to just figure out the slope of this blue line, flip it, and you can probably tell right away that was the only answer that was there. You didn't even have to find the y-intercept. And that's the time. Next question. See the leaderboards. Chaminade 4, 7, 9, 10, 5. Joan of Arc, there you are. 1 and 2 picking it up, climbing the leaderboards. Neil slipping down to 3. Where'd Neil 5 go? There they go to 10. And then we got some more Chaminade and Neil near the bottom. Good job, everyone. 2 questions left. We're still with analytic geometry. Got 3 minutes on the clock. We're looking for the equation of the median from A to BC. The equation of the median. Previous one was right bisector. This one is median. We all know the difference. Well, the competitors, anyways. I hope there are people watching in classes right now, cheering for your Griffins. We've been waiting for this for 2 weeks now. Well, actually a month, but it got real like 2 weeks ago. Alright, 2 out of 30 locked in. Makes sense because it's not as visual as the right bisector. Hard to get that quick time here. 2 minutes left on the clock. We got 6 out of 30 locked in. Look at those minute differences on the slope. So you can see how, while these questions could be kind of easy, the multiple choice kind of ups the difficulty because the easily incorrect answers are there staring at you in the face, waiting for you to select it. It's a trap, I assure you. And we got 19 out of 30 locked in, 11 more to go, 1:20 left on the clock. Twenty to 30, 1 minute left. Let's finish this up. Alright, 6 more competitors to answer this question. Do the guesses start coming in? I think yes. Nearing the end of the game. Usually it's when you get most tired, frustrated. You kind of want to guess, get it out of the way. I don't know it anyways. Guess. Never do that. You take your time, you take all the time, and you make sure you get those 1,000 points. By this time, you're getting 1,000 regardless. No more speed. Speed is only at the beginning. All right, 3 to go. We got 5 seconds left on the clock. And we are done. 23 out of 30 correct. That's pretty impressive for this question. Here comes the leaderboard. Chaminade 4, 7, 9, 10, 5, the top 5 spots. Joan of Arc solidifying their 6 and 7 spots, followed by some more Chaminade and Neil. Some say Neil, some say Neil McNeil. My bad. Alright, last question. Can anything change in the leaderboards here? Time will tell. Which ordered pair shows the point of intersection of the medians in this triangle? Point of intersection of medians. That is some deep math right there. Okay, be sure for this one. So for those watching, it's a good last question. So just so you know what's involved here, the last question was median. This is the intersection of medians. So which of these points is the intersection point of all 3 medians? We've got 14 out of 30, 15 out of 30 already responded. $20 to $30 locked in, 2 minutes to go. Feels like we're getting some guesses on this one, which I was warning you about. It's the last question. Some kids are just trying to climb that leaderboard, not trying to maximize their points for their team. But it's okay. If that's more fun, then do it. All right, 6 more. Okay, we got 1:45 to go. 6 more to answer for this last question. More than likely won't know an official winner between the 3 schools right at the end of the game show, but we can kind of get a general idea by looking at the leaderboard. 2 remain. One left, 1 minute to go. Canceling that timer. Don't need it right now. I almost want to publicly apologize to my top 10. I don't think I showed you the fast way of doing this. Ooh, 22 got it right. Maybe I did. 22 out of 30, unless my guys are the 8. Okay, to find the intersection point, this is also called the centroid. Quick hack to find centroid. You can really just find the average of the 3x values and the average of the 3y values. You wish you knew that 5 minutes ago, I know. And we are done. We got Chaminade 7, 4, 9, 10, 5 in the top 5 spots. Joan of Arc 1 and 2s. Climbed from the 10 and 11 spots, solidifying their 6 and 7 spot, then followed by more Chaminade. And Neil, where are you at? Started strong, slipped later on, could have had technical difficulties, could have had mind difficulties, a lot of reasons to slip. But experience never lies. Next time, we will all do better. Looks like the Griffins pulled a win off this one, unofficially, as we secured the top 5 spots. But the winner will be declared tomorrow in class. And I'd like to thank teachers from Joan of Arc, Miss Balcastro, and from Neil McNeil, Mr. Balcastro, for participating in this competition, first of its kind. We'll continue to compete online, live streaming, doing something fun during these COVID times. And until next time, congratulations to all the competitors. Good job, very proud, and we'll see you next time.